It's so big.
Okay, all jokes aside, let's talk about One Piece women, and specifically, we're going to be talking about Kuina because of her statement about women during the beginning of the series. Kuina had a very interesting story until she met her bitter and fighting the stairs, but it paved the way for a lot of women in One Piece, at least how we view them, and I'm referring to how she viewed strength. Similar to Zoro, we know that Kuina, she wanted to become the world's strongest swordsman. However, to her, there was one roadblock in her way, that she had been born a woman. Because when girls get older, they become weaker than boys, and to a certain extent, that is true. For the most part, whenever you just look at human anatomy and biology, most guys, they're stronger, faster, and taller than women, and girls, they typically develop faster than boys, hence why, and part of it was technique too, but it's why Kuina defeated Zoro all 2001 times. And so with regards to swordsmanship, part of becoming a great sword master includes having elite swordsmanship technique and just overall physical strength. This is why you see a lot of swordsmen, they're ripped because they have to train with their bodies to be able to keep up with the different techniques that they use. However, in this video, we're going to disprove Kuina's statement about women becoming strong, because throughout the series there are definitely a decent amount of women in One Piece that are strong. Now, technically, in the context of One Piece, technically her statement is correct, and what I mean by that is, as a woman, she can't be the strongest because Zoro, he exists and he had the same goal. So regardless of if she was alive or not, she was never going to be the strongest swordsman, because eventually Zoro, he would reach that title. I guess technically you can make the argument that she could have became the world's strongest first and Zoro had to defeat her, but regardless, in the end of the series, Zoro would have that title. Also, One Piece is a story that mainly focuses on the men who are at the top, so that would be Luffy, Zoro, Whitebeard, Shanks, Roger, etc. If the story was written to where women were portrayed as the strongest, I think that would be different. For example, like Attack on Titan, you have Anya and Mikasa, Fairy Tail, you have Urza, Bleach, you have Yoruichi, etc. But that's just not the type of series that One Piece is. But like I said, even though that technically a woman won't necessarily be at the very top or be the #1 strongest character in the verse, I still wanted to show love and disprove this statement, because there are so many just influential and strong women in One Piece. Also, I'm not going to name them all because that would take forever. This video would be hella long, and I know you guys don't want to be here listing every single character, so I'm gonna just list a few. Starting off with Tashigi. You thought she's not making my list. I am a D1 Tashigi hater. She is all bark and no bite. She talks a big game, but has done nothing in this damn series to back it up. For her to represent what Kuina was talking about and her ideals, this girl, she sure is whack. Does she even have a single victory in the series? I know that this is supposed to be a positive video, but for her to be a swordsman who has a dream as heavy as it is, she sure has been a disappointment. Now that we got that out of the way, I think it's very obvious that we have to start off with Big Mom. She's the only woman to ever be an emperor of the sea, which makes her a great pirate, one tier below the Pirate King and probably Zebek in terms of success. As conquerors, has a really powerful devil fruit, and everything she's done to become a Yonko, having so much influence, territory, and strength. It just shows that as a woman, you can be at the pinnacle of strength and one of the strongest characters in the series. Next, we're going to highlight Yamato, the son of Kaido, and the reason why I'm saying it that way is because, well, that's how she's addressed. I'm just going to address how Oda did it in the manga. She's probably what, the second strongest woman in this series. She has ancient giant blood, she has conqueror's coding and mythical zone devil fruit, and it's awakened. And yes, I know that she didn't win, but she did a hell of a job holding her own against Kaido, who a lot of people consider to be either #1 or #2 in the verse. The pirate empresses, I'm going to lump them all together, but for a majority of the video, I'm going to be talking about Boa Hancock. I just wanted to show them some love because, well, the pirate empresses, they are definitely strong because they have Tritoma, Shaki, Gloriosa, strong pirates who some of them were a part of the Rock Pirates. So I had to show them love. Specifically had to highlight Boa Hancock because she is a former warlord and she is the current pirate empress with a bounty over 1 billion, has a broken devil fruit with Conqueror's Haki, and has the potential to unlock Conqueror's coding. Had to include the two ladies of the straw, two bubblegum baddies that are more than just their looks. I think that we underrate their strength because they're not a part of the monster trio. These two women, oh my goodness, they are definitely strong. Starting off with Robin, during the time skip, she learned Fishman karate and then she unlocked her Demino Fleur, allowing her to become what appears to be a giant demon with stronger grappling abilities. Then there's Nami, who I think out of the two, we definitely underrate her strength, especially now that she has Zeus who amplifies her lightning and can act as a sword and shield from the Clementine. But if you guys have made it this far into the video and enjoying the content, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. I pump out different One Piece content almost each and every day. I know that we just got introduced to her, but we gotta highlight Gunko because she is a member of the legendary Holy Knights and showcase that she could wound giants by breaking some of their bones, and well, they had a hard time with her. And we saw how blooded Loki was. Granted, part of it was Cerberus, part of it was chained up, but a win is the win. All right, a win is a win. And yeah, Gunko, she wouldn't be a member of the Holy Knights if she was just some damsel in distress and if she was weak. We gotta include some members of the Revolutionary Army. Even though we haven't really seen much of them, I still think that they deserve some representation, especially because with the direction the story is going, their end game potential, and as the only organization, of course, outside of pirates, but the true threats to the world government, had to include Koala and Betty. Koala, she's a strong fighter since she has mastery over Fishman karate, and Betty is an officer within the Revolutionary Army, and she has a pretty decent sized bounty too. Ulti, this girl lives and breathes fighting. She also got some screws loose, but to be strong, sometimes you gotta be batshit crazy. And I know that people are going to say who's who was the strongest member of the Toby Roppo, which is fair, but I think you could also make a decent argument that Ulti was the strongest because after getting hit by a Thunder Bagua from Yamato, she was hit by Big Mom, then she had to deal with Nami using Zeus's lightning. Heck, in her little skirmish versus Luffy, once she transformed, Luffy was ready to use Gear 4th, and he only really uses that against strong opponents. I had to highlight Gion as well because she's an Admiral candidate, so she had to be strong if she was considered. No, maybe not on the level of Greenbill and Fujitora, but she's up there for sure. So if you're an Admiral candidate, there's not that many Marines that are much stronger than you. Stussy was a part of CP0 that included CP9 post time skip, and more specifically Kaku and Lucci, who improved significantly. Sidestepping a finger pistol from Lucci using her Bat Devil Fruit, bit him in the neck, poisoned him, and knocked him unconscious. I'm not gonna lie, Stussy, I would love for you to bite me in my neck too. Just right here. You know, there's a little mole right there, but you can push past it. All right, my blood tastes good.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Jokes aside, the fact that Stussy was a part of CP0, the strongest intelligence agency amongst Cypherful, working directly under the world nobles, it showcases how much they valued her strength. The last girl I wanted to talk about is Jewelry Bonnie. Can we say out of all the women that Bonnie has the most broken devil fruit? Maybe you can make the argument for Boa Hancock, but to be fair, hers kind of only works because of her beauty. And Bonnie, she can turn into freaking Nika, alright? We know how much different characters be sweating and have piss going down their legs anytime that Nika does something or his name is brought up. So yeah, Bonnie, she's pretty fucking strong. As I mentioned in my intro, there are plenty of other women that I could list. Carrot, Smoothie, Baby Five, Suru, so many of them. Like I said, if I listed all of them, this video would go on forever. There are so many physically and mentally strong women in this series that have proven Kuina wrong. Women have proven that they can be stronger than men, and it sucks that Kuina lost her battle with the stairs, because I would have definitely wanted to see Kuina being a part of this generation. Maybe Tashigi, she can be strong enough to be the swordsman that Kuina wanted to be, but I doubt it, so I'm not really going to get my hopes up. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know who your favorite woman is in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok is on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.